Today we're going almost into the new season, and I thought what's better way of actually kicking off the new season with actually talking about 5 matches that I am personally going to try out and use this season and see how well they perform on top of all of the results in Season T1 and obviously checking out the new hero. So let's get into today's video. Hello everyone, and yes, smash that like, comment and subscribe for more daily videos with me, MrSneakyy, you know, the one and only, and we're here in Call of Dragons, and we've got the tier list. We've got the tier list open with the game. The game is still on the side, right? And I thought it'd be an easy way to showcase, while we're talking about certain pairings, we can kind of put them on this list and obviously think about, you know, maybe we're going to use these or not, right? So these are obviously my heroes. This isn't obviously, I'm going to recommend these for you. You might have similar, you know, heroes in the same position. So you might follow me in this season. It's up to you, right? But we do have pretty much every hero unlocked, right? Every single hero, even at just like 5111, which is really, really good as well. Even on the Bert Toha, which is going to be the one thing I am going to talk about first. Because a lot of people are wondering, for a free-to-play player and a low spender, is Bert Toha gonna be worth it in the open field? And I will be the actual guinea pig for you guys, right, that are looking to see if you might have him unlocked, which is the Toha. Is it worth actually just getting him at 5111 and leaving him just to have that extra mage match on the field, right? So if we go into the little tier list here, not hide myself, we're gonna then obviously showcase the tier list, right? And we'll move Bert Toha in, right? So we know this is going to be one of my matches that I will be most likely using on the open field. This doesn't mean this is going to be the #1 match, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've just got this so you guys can just see and follow along, right? So this is no particular order in ranking, right? From here, I've got obviously a bunch of other heroes, and one thing is, do I want to try and separate my heroes, especially my mage heroes, to try and get as much range damage out there? And if the answer is yes, what I'm going to probably do is do my Valen and Waldir, or like Waldir and Valen. So this is going to be like that nice combo. And then I've got Lilia here. And to be honest, I've got a few choices for my Lilia, because I do have access to her compared to some other players. So this is why I was saying this list is more for me, more compared to you. But you can kind of see where I learn, or how I go through my pairings and how I kind of plan ahead. So you might learn maybe from this, right? That's kind of like today's video all in a nutshell. So when we come back into the game, right, we've got Fear, and you can see Fear is not a bad hero at all for the Lilia. But the thing I've noticed is a lot of players really like it when you've got the 555-1, or especially when you've got the Awakening, right? The Awakening with her is making this match even more powerful, but I don't have access, realistically, to that, right? I don't really have access to that Awakening, which is going to boost up potentially the Valen match or the Toha match, right? So it's kind of putting me off it, but I do have access is Indis, right? And you saw I did really well in that open field with Lilia Indis, and I'm honestly tempted to do it again, because it is very scary when you're putting Infirm on and then your other mage heroes are obviously doing more damage, and she's just making you naturally tanky, which is really good. So I kind of am tempted to just throw in here Indis and Lilia, and that will kind of give me a nice, I think, like trio of heroes, right, when it comes to it. Because when we go and think about like my next 2 matches, it's going to be very easy, I think, for myself when it comes to what I'm going to do. Because the thing is, I only have basically 2 spots left, and I am an archer player, so I do have access to stuff like Syndron. I do have Freyga, I've got Kanara. I'm very tempted to use Craig as well in this season, just because of how much AoE damage it does. And I know I'm going to be unlocking Zeta through the Lucky Wheel. I have 100 lucky tickets for her, so I'm going to be able to rock that hero too. So I have a very, you know, a lot of sway of things of what I could choose to do in this season when it comes to archer pairings, which I think is quite interesting. And I'm not really, you know, talking about Magrat because I might not get her, right? I don't want to gamble the luck on the Wheel of Destiny if I don't get her through there. So why just like think like that, right? Let's just work with what I got, and I know what I have, and I know what I can get for 100%, right? So what I think I'm going to do if we go into the, again, you know, the hero screen, I've got obviously Syndra and Freyga, and I think that might be obviously still one pairing I might keep together for now, because these are two guys I'm going to be using in Behemoth raids anyway to absolute maximize damage until I get Zeta. And then what I might do is like level up my Kanara and Craig still, keep these guys going. And when I get Zeta unlocked, I'm going to obviously focus on putting up my XP tomes into her so I can like level her up, get her into the battlefield, try her at like 5-1-1-1, give you that feedback obviously, then like maybe 5-5-1-1 if I can do that, and keep going up and up and up. So you guys get all the information you need, right? So we will soon see on that Zeta pick, but I think this is where I'm going to head with it, because the thing is, I would run my Nico if it was awakened. He is 2 away. If you are wondering why I'm not considering Nico, if he was awakened, maybe would be a really good contender, but even at this stage, my Kanara outperforms in open field. I've just used them more, and the talent trees are just better as well. So it is going to be one of those. I'm going to see. So let's just actually put this into perspective now. We've got Kanara Craig, we've got Nico, we've got Zeta, and we've got Syndron, and obviously Freyga, right? So those are my like last marches. So if we go into the actual tier list, what we'll do is pretty simple. I think what we have is a very easy solution to this, and I'm going to keep with what I would suggesting almost, like I said, to the free-to-play players. And I am going to do a Kanara and Craig, because I think this match is very good and actually very underestimated. Especially now, when I was playing in those choke points, I regret not using Craig sooner, honestly. And I think in this B1, where it's going to be probably choke points heavy, ramps, centrals, bridges and stuff, Craig's going to perform so well again, especially if there's the long range talent. If the long range talent's in there again for archers, it's going to be so good to play with him again. So can't wait for that. And like I say, we will finish up with the Syndra and Freyga. I think that's my 5 legit ranged marches, and by doing this I have as much AoE and single target damage as I can, with obviously the support of Indis in the lineup, which I think is a very valuable thing, allowing all these heroes just to hit 20% harder. It's great, right? But I've got some honorable mentions, and this is the easy bit now, because what I am going to do and put in here is the Flying March. And what I am also going to be putting it in here is my Garesh Skogul. So the reason why I'm putting these in is because obviously, I don't know if you guys have access to them, but again, this is kind of a bit more a video where I'm talking about my heroes, my parents, my, you know, PvP things that I'm going into next season, B1 or B2, depending on what they're going to name it for us, right? The reason why I'm going to still level up these guys, if I can, especially the infantry, because we need some infantry when it comes to, you know, the game. You're going to have to complete certain sort of, you know, events. You're going to have to tank too some of the Darklings. So why not have Garesh Skogul as well? You need to build flags, you know, garrison. It's just so important to have at least one infantry march just leveled up. So we've got access to a 5-5-1-1 Skogul and a 5-5-1 Garesh. So that's the reason why we're going to run this. Later down the line, I hope over time I'm going to expertise my Madeline, and then when these new generational heroes come out, especially the infantry, maybe I can get Madeline in this lineup with one of those generational free heroes. I think she is going to be one of those infantry, you know, commanders. If you want to play infantry in the long run, you want to field multiple marches, she's the one to go to, right? So yeah, it's going to be an interesting season. Like I said, this is pretty much the end of the video. Those are going to be my marches there at, you know, at the end here, what we're going to be running. in PvP, and then at the bottom is what I'm going to try and work on as well, just so I have access to those heroes. Because who knows, maybe I put my fear with the Craig or something, or maybe I put the fear with Bertrand, or the Atheist with Bertrand for a flying match, you know what I'm saying? So it allows me, even with just these 4 extra heroes at the bottom, I can actually, you know, change and have a bit more flexibility in my mage matches when we're going into the next season. So very, very cool video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And if you guys are wondering why I'm going so, you know, crazy involved in it right now, it's because when we go back into the game, you know, and we go into our matchmaking, you know, remember, we've got some of the biggest players in here. We've got NASA as well as BDO. And then we've got even some old friends from Law, that's renamed, they were from Server 4. Then we've got RKO. And then we've got even just people that know the channel from all over the regions, right? We've got GNV or GNV. Yep, we've got it right, GNV. And then we've got also just so many of you, right? There's honestly too many people in this season that we know. So I can't wait for it. I don't know where I'm going to fight yet. That's the beautiful thing. You'll probably see where I fight on the live stream when I go into the new season. I might keep it a surprise for everyone and keep my name a little bit true to MrSneakyy and see how things, you know, roll off at the end of things. But that is it. That is today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed my thought process. A little bit of, you know, MrSneakyy. You've got those marches. I've got similar marches or heroes, you know, at skilled levels. Let's see how you come to your marches and see how, you know, maybe I can do the same, right? So that's pretty much it. And if you liked it, smash a like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next video, stay safe, guys. Stay sneaky, and peace out.